What's going on, everybody? Along with the TMF podcast. Today, we're going to continue the trend of AMC reality checks. So, if you're in AMC, you're probably not going to like this video. Let's just be honest. If you follow the other boys, the Matt Kors, the Trey's Trades, the Andrew Mo Moneys, all the guys telling you it's going to some crazy number. $1 billion a share. Don't sell, hold, hodl. This probably isn't for you. But if you're holding AMC and you're wondering why it hasn't gone to $60 or $70 or $100 or $1,000 when all the videos on the internet are telling you that shorts must cover, hedges are screwed, shorts are screwed, they're out of business, they must do this, it's automatic, now it's going to go to crazy heights. Let's just look at the technicals. Let's just look at it. Let's take the interest aside, the short interest aside, the naked shorts you can't prove are happening, what they're happening. And let's just look at the chart. So the chart says one thing, sideways. This is a 30-minute chart. This is the 1-hour chart. Generally speaking, what we have here is a head and shoulder pattern on AMC. On the 30-minute chart, that is a very evident head and shoulder pattern. AMC was down 4% today. It did have a little bump at one point midday. It spiked down to 52, back to 55, back to 53. These movements aren't big enough for anyone to really do anything special with the stock. You're not really profiting off volatility on options. They're just too far away from break evens to make money. Shares, I guess you could be scalping it for $3, but at $50 a share, you gotta throw a decent amount of money in there, right? To 3 or 4%, it's not really that great to day traders. But what you see, oops, I just moved my box. Sometimes WEBULL does that. What you see here drawn on this rectangle is, in fact, the box I keep saying they want the stock to stay in. They want it to stay right here because it will burn options. But also what we're starting to see now, very evidently, is instead of a bull flag going up, we are seeing a head and shoulder pattern, which is drastically different than a bull flag. Drastically different than a bull flag. This is not a W, not a George W, not a double bottom. This is a triple top. The only problem is the triple top never really quite reached the third top before it started going down. So, is this it for AMC for now? That's the question. All the other videos keep saying they're out of time, they have to cover, they're paying crazy interest. And yeah, we know one hedge fund closed down because of GameStop. They just lost all their money. One, we don't know how much money they lost. We don't know what their position was. We don't know what their risk management was. We don't know any of that. What we do know is that Citadel has a very large position long-term for AMC to succeed. They play both sides. So if you think that they just only care that it goes down, you're dead wrong. But I wanted to make this video, and I'm sure it's probably going on, what? We're at 3.5 minutes. It's not that long. It's not going to be that long. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there starting to wonder, like, man, when is this going to happen? Look, no one can tell you if it will ever happen. It's loading up. It's gearing up. It's a spring. It definitely kind of looks like a spring, honestly. When you look at it sideways, it's kind of like a sideways spring. Springs don't do so good when they're sideways. They do better when you put them up and down. You push it down and it springs up. Sideways, it don't really go nowhere. I think that's what we got happening here. I could be wrong. But it looks more like I'm right. Every day that this thing trades sideways or down is another day you don't go to space. You're holding your shares. Meanwhile, the rest of the world goes on, man. Look, bam. Look at that rocket ship. The rest of you missed out on that because you're hodling AMC because you think it's going to $100 or $1,000. Meanwhile, Virgin went up 40-something%. You could have took your AMC profits and made another 40% on shares alone, 1,000% on options. There are other stocks in the world, and I get what you're trying to do. Some of you are part of a movement, and a lot of you need rent and groceries and car payments. I want you to be smart, smarter than an ape. That is a head and shoulder pattern. Oh, but look at the couple greens. Cool. Cool story. Look at all those greens. Sell off. I want you guys to be smart, man. I want you to look at the stock. I don't trade the stock anymore because of what's happening. If it does decide to run up, I might do it. I didn't even play space today. I watched it happen. I even looked at it this morning and said, "Ah, FAA news. That's good news." This was my thought process. That's good news. Opened 20% up. Sold off down at 14. Seeing Space do this before. Yep. Space is $40. Yep. Space could easily go back to $35. Oh yeah. Space could go to 60. What's it gonna do? And I waited it out. And I didn't play it. And, hindsight could have. I ended up buying a put at the end of the day. Because look, man, they don't stay there. They don't stay there. Is AMC doing great at $50? Absolutely. Is it starting to downtrend again? Absolutely. Will it gap fill back down into the 40s? It looks like it. If it does, if it holds true to any kind of technical price action, $40 is the next stop for AMC. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment, hit a like, a dislike. I don't care. Pick one. Click the button, and we'll talk about it. Till next time, see you later.